people, let's get right into it. So we have made it to week 3 of training for this half marathon. So I told you all that I brought some shoes. So I actually brought some Brooks. So these are the shoes. Let's see if we can get this to focus here. So yeah, I brought these Brooks and they're quite comfy. I must say, like when I was walking around in the store, they were really comfortable. And they were about $1.40. So I liked them in the store out of all of the shoes I tried on, which I probably tried on like 6 pair of shoes maybe. And these felt the best. But when I ran in them today for the first time, I don't know, like I had some aches in my heel and in my arch and like some knee stuff. So I don't know if it was just because this is my first time wearing them and actually like running in the shoes. I don't really know. So I am going to try them again. Actually, I'm going to try them for the whole week and see if things get better. If not, y'all already know these are going back. We're not spending $150 or $140 on a pair of shoes that ain't doing what I need them to do. So we will return those. So besides the shoes, today was a recovery run day. So I only had to run 15 minutes and I amped up my recovery pace to a 4.4 for this week. So we're going to do that all week and see how things pan out. And then I decided to add some strength training into my workouts. Granted, I was doing my own little workout, but now since I'm more locked into being the best and doing the best that I possibly can, I'm starting to look on different YouTube channels to see some great stretches and workouts for runners. And so I decided to add some of these into my workout today. So I'll pop those up on the screen here just to give you an idea of some of the stuff that I was doing. Now, if y'all thinking about doing stuff, trust me, I am not a personal trainer. So I'm just playing around in the gym, trying to see what's going to work and keep it fun and keep it light, but light with a purpose though. So we still putting in a little bit of work. We'll amp it up as time goes on. And this is just what I'm doing on my own. I might decide to get a personal trainer for my strength training, maybe further down the line, but that is an option. So we'll see how things go. Besides that, the run was good today. All right, y'all. So it is day 2 for training in week 3. And today's run was actually really fun. I really enjoyed this run. And it was a speed run. And I think what I enjoyed about it was just the different cadence compared to all the other runs. So today was hill work day. And obviously I'm still indoors, so I wasn't running up an actual hill. So I just put the treadmill on the incline. So how they had it broken down, which was into different intervals that I had to do 5 times. So started up with my warm-up pace at a 4.4, which I did increase this week from a 4.3. And then I had to run up the hill for 45 seconds at my 10K pace, which I increased to 4.6 for this week, up from a 4.5. And then when I was running up the hill, I had it at a 4 incline on the treadmill. And then when I was running back down the hill during my recovery pace, which I amped up to a 3.3, because I want to be able to recover and get control of my breathing a lot faster than coming to almost like a complete stop almost. So I amped that up from a 3.0 to a 3.3. Came back down and I left the treadmill on a 2 for my incline. So I wasn't necessarily just going right back flat, because if I was running down the actual hill, it wouldn't be so flat. So I did that, and then I had to run back up the hill. So I put the treadmill back at a 4 incline, and this time I was running at my best pace. And so I used my 1 mile pace for this, which I did increase this week to a 5.2 from a 5.1 of last week. And then when I came back down the hill, we went back down to a 2 incline on the treadmill and a 3.3 for my recovery pace. And I had to do this 5 times, y'all. And it was actually, like I said, fun because it was a different cadence than what I've been doing, which is just either running straight really fast or really fast or like doing my recovery runs, which last 15 minutes. And so far I've been able to do them at my 4.3 pace last week, so we've been doing good with those. So that was today's run, which I really enjoyed. But let's talk about these shoes, y'all. So I don't know if my body is just still getting used to them because they have a little bit of a platform compared to the shoes that I was running in previously. They have some arch support inside and they're more cushiony. So I don't know if it's just me not being used to that when it comes to running, but y'all, them shoes had my bottom half hurting from my thighs to my knees to my calves to my feet, y'all. Like, these shoes, it's taking some getting used to. I'm still going to run in them all week, but if stuff doesn't get better and it feels like it's making me work harder when it comes to my legs with these shoes on, you already know. They ain't going back. So that was today's run. I really enjoyed it. I will see y'all in 2 days. So when you can't go to the gym because the snow is so bad, but you're dedicated to the race and getting your mileage in, so you just start shoveling and trucking up and down the street to get some miles in. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, I was so pissed that the snow won today, because yesterday was Thursday, which was my rest day, and today I was supposed to go to the gym, but the snow won. And I've been watching the car Olympics happen up my street because I live on the hill. So people who are outside shoveling are pushing cars to the top of the hill. Now, yes, I want my workout and my miles, but I ain't pushing no damn cars, y'all. Let's look, shall we? Yeah, they making it. Still a car stuck, as y'all just saw, but I'm about to go in the house because I did not get my miles in, and this is the life we live in. Gorgeous people, I made it to the gym today, but I must say I am so tired. So since I couldn't run yesterday, I did 2 runs today, and I don't know if that put a lot of pressure / anxiety on me to make sure I got them both completed, because I was like not in it. Like, I was mentally prepared to go to the gym to do 2 runs. I'm like, all right, bet, I got this. I'm gonna knock these 2 things out because I had something to do later today. And then when I got there, it was just like this pressure to make sure I get this done because I got to be on time for this next situation that I had going on. And it kind of messed up my run, to be honest. So the first run I did today was a speed run, and that consisted of a 5-minute warm-up, of course, with me doing my 4.4 pace for the 5 minutes, and then I had 3 intervals of 7 at my 5K pace, which was a 4.9. So those runs went relatively smooth, to be honest, but that second interval, probably halfway through it, I was just in my head like, oh my God, I'm not even done with this one. I still got one more. That's going to be another 30-minute run. Like, I think I just overthought it and really got in my... And like I told y'all, I really feel like running is like 60-65% mental, because once you start self-doubting or telling yourself like, man, I'm not gonna be able to do this, then your body starts to react to that. And so since I was so anxious, like, oh my God, I have to finish this so I can do this next run and then finish that one and then go do what I gotta do, I was just not really mentally there, even though I had planned and thought that I was gonna do these 2 runs today. So it wasn't my best. So that was the first run. The second run was a recovery run, and that run just was my easy pace run, which I've been doing at the 4.4 pace on the treadmill. and I had to just do that for 30 minutes. I will say, since I did not take like a real break in between the two runs, I started this run at a 3.3 pace just to kind of give myself a break to get back into it and prepare to start this next run for the 30 minutes. So I did that for about 2 to 3 minutes at the 3.3 pace, and then finished out the rest of the run at the 4.4 pace. So today's runs, plural, was just not the best for me, just because I'm mentally and physically tired, and I had already put pressure on myself to do the 2 runs and get them done in like this hour time span. So they weren't that great. And then when it comes to the shoes, today they didn't seem so bad. I didn't have any real issues as far as like my legs or anything like that. Nothing that I can really say, oh my God, Draw, these was bothering me. They definitely going back. I didn't have anything like that today. I am really interested to see how they are going to perform on Monday, because today is Saturday. On Monday, when I have my long run, which is a 5-mile run. So we'll see how they perform then, and that will be my final day of running with those shoes, and we'll see what the conclusion is as far as if I'm going to take them back or not. So I'll see y'all then. All right, y'all, so I have made it to the end of week 3, y'all. Yay, me. So today's run was a long run, and it was pretty good. I will say I had small challenges at the end there, but overall it was a really good run. So like I told you, I was using my spreadsheet to pace out what I was going to do for the week. So for this long run, which was 5 miles, I had put on my Excel sheet that I wanted to run at a 4.5 pace, but I really thought, like, am I going to be able to maintain this for the entire 5 miles? And if I couldn't, I felt like I was going to be disappointed in myself. So instead of doing that, I changed it up when I got to the gym today and decided to speed up as the miles went on. So I started at a 4.0 for mile 1. Mile 2, I did a 4.3. Mile 3, I did a 4.6. I took a 5-minute break or not a break, but a 5-minute slowdown at a 3.3 recovery pace. And then on mile 4, I amped up to a 4.9. And at mile 5, I amped up to a 5.2. So as time went on, I got faster throughout, and I really felt good about this because I felt like this would be more of the cadence that I will actually do during the race. Not these particular speeds per se, but just that gradual amping up your speed throughout the race. So I really felt good with that, and I wasn't disappointed in myself because I just kept progressing throughout versus staying at that 4.5 and feeling like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I don't have any more to give. I just really want to stop or take a break or anything like that. So I felt better with the increase of the speed throughout. Now, I will say at that last mile at the 5.2 pace, y'all, I was like feeling dead. I was really self-talking here, like I'm almost there. And I've had the guy that coach on today, but I must say I really zoned them out because I feel like taking on these long miles, I just really have to zone into myself and into my music to push forward versus trying to listen to what the coach is really talking about. I don't know if that's kind of productive, but it's working for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I might tune in here and there when I feel like it, but at this particular mile, I had to zone into myself to really dig deep to finish that last mile without stopping, because it was so many times throughout that last mile that I was like, oh my goodness, when is this going to be over? Am I not closer to the finish line? Like, I'm running faster than I was at the beginning. Why I'm not at the finish line yet? So mile 5 was rough to get to, but we finished it. We completed week 3, and I'm so excited to move on to week 4. I am going to take the shoes back, y'all. They're just not doing it for me. So I'm going to take them back, and I'm just going to go back to my old shoes until I find some other shoes. I'm going to keep searching. I'll probably take y'all on that journey when I go back out to look for some more shoes. But until then, those are going back. Nike's is going to be back on the feet for this training. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll see if I feel a difference after taking the Brooks back and going back into my Nikes and seeing if the long runs that I have coming up are feeling good or whatever the case may be. But I'm excited to start the next week of training. And as always, gorgeous people, go out there, create memories that will last a lifetime.